because you probably need some. So we get on the plane. We get off the plane, and we're in San Joaquin Valley. And I'm not kidding you. There was probably 1,000 people lined up with Donald Trump signs, and which was not the case in Silicon Valley and L.A. And we get in the car, so it's one of those Suburbans. So I'm sitting here in the very back, and Priebus is here, Giuliani, and Donald Trump. And he turns around to me and says, and there's people around the airport there with signs. He says, "Hey, you think I can win California?" That was my reaction exactly. Like I'm thinking like, and I kind of chuckled a little bit. And he's like, "No, I'm serious." I'm like, "Oh shit, he is serious." Like he really thinks he can win. And I said, "Well, no, sir. You're not going to be able to win." And well, yeah, but look at all these people. I said, "Yeah, but you're not going to. You don't understand." I started to try to talk, technical talk. He's like, "Yeah, but look at all these people." And Giuliani finally goes, "Donald, would you just listen to this guy? He lives here. You're not going to win California." And then he turns around to me and says, "Yeah, but look," and he's getting a little bit upset. Now, at this time, remember, we're like at, he's like at 42% in the polls, and we're going to, the Senate's gone, and now we're going to lose the House of Representatives. So I don't have a lot of patience, right, for, stupidity. So I said, "No, you're not going to effing win this state. Like what are you thinking? You've got like 10 states to win." And then Giuliani's like, "Yeah, you have 10 states to win." And he's like, "Okay, yeah." So he's like, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. We go through all those states. Get done with that. Okay, yeah. We got to focus on those. And then he turns to Rudy and Giuliani. "Okay, what about New York? Can I win New York?" So I can just tell you one thing that later I looked back on that. There was no colluding with Russians, okay? There was absolutely no colluding with Russians. Donald Trump won because he did it on his own, because of his instincts and his willingness to go fight on battlegrounds where we had never fought before. That's why he won. So after he wins, the next day I get a call from the team, and they asked if I would be on his transition team. And I will tell you, from that point forward, I was attacked. And so I knew, so going back to my earlier story about fake news, transitioning to Russian collusion, right away, I knew the intelligence community's assessment. I'm one of the few Americans that had been briefed. I also know how badly the intelligence was on Russia. And in fact, in spring of 2016, I came out and said that the biggest intelligence failure since 9/11 was our failure to understand Putin's plans and intentions. Now, a few of the conservative publications wrote about it here and there. But the only reason that lives today is because I was so upset because I had made that statement. But Clapper, Brennan, all the usual suspects in the White House said, Chairman of Intelligence Committee, he doesn't pay attention. He doesn't know what's really going on with Russia. We've got, everything we have in Russia's, great. There's no intelligence failure there. So, nobody would actually pick the story up. So I actually went on CNN in April of 2016 and said it was the biggest intelligence failure since 9/11. Now, why is that important? Well, you can't then, if you're in the mainstream media, how is it that you can take just 8 or 9 months later, when the administration had totally ignored the problem, said we had it all under control, you have the Republican chairman of the House Intelligence Committee warning them that Putin's up to no good, Putin's doing bad things, and why aren't you guys paying attention? And our intelligence sucks, quite frankly. And now all of a sudden, from November, when they said, well, we know that the Russians are involved in our elections and they're playing games. Yes, like they always do. Imagine that. I mean,